Hi, I'm Janelle Tedesco. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be doing a 10-minute restorative stretch. Our body builds up a lot of stress, or stress builds up a lot of tension and aches and pains in our bodies. And there are certain stretches and poses that can help alleviate some of that pain and help you feel a little better. So we're going to do some restorative poses today, and hopefully you'll be feeling better in a few minutes. Let's get started. We're going to be starting in yoga what they call a child's pose. And it's really a full child's pose, so your arms are going to be by your sides. You're on your knees. You put your head forward, your arms back, and your forehead on the ground. And exhale out all the tension that you're holding. Allow yourself to just be. Now, we'll come up on your hands and knees. Just put your knees apart a little bit. Get yourself square. And we're going to do a cat and cow stretch. So first you arch your back and you look up to the ceiling, to the sky. Inhale with this. And then exhale, push it out and round your back. I'm going to do that a couple times. So inhale. One more. Cat. Up to the ceiling. And exhale. Okay, now take your left hand and you're going to just thread it in between your arm and your leg. And you're going to put your shoulder and your left ear down on the ground. Now, when you're in this position, you want your left hip. You don't want to fall all the way over to the right. You want to try to keep your hips square. This arm, this right arm, can actually go over your head. It sort of increases the stretch. This is very good upper body twist. Each of these stretches, just take a moment to kind of breathe and relax into the stretch. Okay, now put your right hand back in, come up on your hands, and now we're going to do the other side. So I won't be able to see you. So right hand threads under. And the right ear goes to the floor. Make sure not to lean too far. You want to keep this hip, you want to keep these square. And then you can take this left hand and put it over your head. And breathe. Bring your left hand back in, come back up on your hands and knees. Okay, now we hold a lot of tension in our hips, so I'm going to have you open up your hips, like if you're using a mat, if you can open it past the mat. And the goal here is just to go to where is comfortable for you, or just past the point of comfort. So you're stretching, you're pushing down. So your knees are sliding out, And you're pushing your hips down, or you're letting your hips sink down. You don't need to push too hard. And wherever you get to that point, you can kind of massage the hips by moving back and forth just a little bit. Just sort of making sure you have a comfortable stretch in a place that is going to be opening your hips and releasing. And then bring your body down just kind of onto your elbows right now. And then if you're able to, take a deep breath and see if you can open up, let your hips open even a little more. And once again, if you're comfortable, see if you can bring your upper body to the floor. Okay, go back on your elbows. And now take your time. You can actually push your bum back to your feet. That's usually the best way to get out of this pose. And then you kind of curl back up. So now we're gonna go on, I'm gonna have you go on your back. All right, and always fun to squeeze your knees into your chest. Just curl up into a ball. Maybe even pull your head into your knees. Some people say nose to your knees. I can't really do that. Let's try. Okay. Now, don't put your feet on the floor. Just keep your knees about like this is sort of the position that we want to think of as we go over to the side. And you can kind of readjust your hips to try to get your knees to stack up on top of each other. And then once you get that, then try to open up your chest to the ceiling. And if it's available to you, turn your head the opposite direction. And take a deep breath. Straight up again, and pull your knees back into your body, squeeze them again, and just kind of rocking back and forth like this is a really good kind of massaging feeling for your lower back. My lower back was very tense this morning. There was pain in my lower back, and even just kind of working out these exercises before the video, before recording, I already started to feel better. So I think that, and I hope that we both end up feeling a lot better by the end of this stretch. Okay, so now again, get your knees into like 90-90, legs like that. We're gonna move them over to the right. And as I do this, you'll see I kind of adjust my hips so that they're a little bit more square. I scoot them over, and then I position my legs. It doesn't have to be a smooth movement to get into the stretch. It's more important to get your body to where it needs to be. So if you need to make little adjustments to your hips, to your knees, go ahead and do that. And then chest to the ceiling. If you can take this arm and put it out to the side. And as I'm doing, I'm looking at you here. Turn your head the opposite direction of your knees. And then take a nice deep breath. The deep breath in a stretch like this is incredibly important, incredibly releasing of those muscles that are holding all that stress and that tension. Okay. Now, come back to squeeze your knees. I really enjoy the sort of process of rolling like this, so I'm going to just roll to sitting up. If that doesn't work for you, come on your side and get yourself up. Slowly, there's no rush in this. Now we're just going to put our legs down in front of us. Reach your arms up. Flex and point your feet a couple times. And then we're just going to keep our palms forward like this. Palms up. So that way we're not going to use our arms to pull. We're just going to release. Of course, take a deep breath. And when you exhale, you go a little deeper. If you need to adjust your arms, move them forward a little. You don't need to pull here. You want to let the weight of your upper body help do the stretching. Take another deep breath. Just feel free to kind of move your head back and forth a little bit. Just sort of, you can wiggle a little bit in this pose to sort of get all those little spots, right? All the little areas. But when you move, you feel them release a little bit. So a little wiggling. One more deep breath in here. Okay, and now slowly roll up. Look to the sky. Sitting position, I just want you to look down with your head. Your whole head down. Take a deep breath. And we're done. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you feel a little bit better. All of these positions and these poses and these stretches, you can sit in them for a lot longer. You can take a couple of minutes to sit in each one of those poses, and it's really helpful for your body. We want to move very quickly sometimes to get the stress away, but take your time and be kind to your body. I hope you enjoyed this time with me. If you did, please like the video, click subscribe, and come back and see me for the next one. Thank you.